Not quite my tempo.
I'm gonna make him an offer again.
Oh, just look at that face. He is beautiful. Hello! Welcome to the show. It's Multiplex Loves Movies, and sometimes TV, because that's what we do. My name is Tim. I'm the host tonight. I'm always the host, unless I'm not here because I went on a bender. We've got a good show for you guys. Not a lot of news this week, but a few things that I think we're going to have some fun conversations about nonetheless. There was a lot in the world of TV, so we're going to talk about a couple of TV things as well. Let's start off by bringing in the wonder of the world. Maggie, how are you?
I'm good.
That's it? You're good?
That's it. I'm good.
Fantastic. That's good. It's good to be good. And then my other partner in life, his name is Nick Tuig. Nick, how are you?
I'm good.
Perfect. We're all good tonight. I was able to secure an Xbox pre-order, but not without some swearing and cursing to preview that. Nick, quick question. How many times will my thing cut out tonight?
I put the over-under at, what are we, about 45 minutes to an hour? 7.5 is the over-under.
Maggie, what do you got?
I'm going to go 5. I'm going to go low. I have faith in our internet.
I don't. Okay. So we will start off right away. Let's talk about the big thing that happened the other night. I believe this premiered during the Emmys because the Emmys are a thing. We got the first trailer for WandaVision, which is going to be the first MCU show on Disney Plus. It was not supposed to be the first one. We were supposed to get Falcon and Winter Soldier first. That has been pushed, but they were able to get WandaVision done seemingly faster. And it's done, and it's in the can, and it's coming out. The rumor right now, there's no official date. The rumor right now is it'll probably premiere around Thanksgiving to give about a month of Mandalorian Season 2. Give that some time to breathe, have its first 3 or 4 episodes, then bring in WandaVision. Nick, I'll start with you. As far as the MCU goes, this is our first peek into Phase 3, or Phase 4. I'm sorry, Phase 4. What are your thoughts on the look of WandaVision and its MCU ties?
Real quick, what is the MCU?
I believe it is the Maku.
Oh, okay. Wouldn't this be our second look, Black Widow?
Well, we haven't seen the movie yet.
Fair.
But we will have, I guess, by the time that this happens. Yeah, you're right, yeah.
I'll be real honest. When I saw Endgame and spoilers and Sam Wilson became Captain America and stuff like that, I was really looking forward to seeing these characters in movies. So the fact that they are getting their own streaming shows, I'm still wrestling with. It feels like it's going to be messy to me. I'm not too sure that it's going to go over super well, especially if they're introducing characters in those shows that they are then going to put in movies and just expect people to know because they saw the show. You know what I mean? That used to worry me a lot when I thought they were going to sort of do that with the original Netflix shows like Daredevil and stuff. I was always like, you can't expect people to have watched these shows and then come into the movies. That all being said, this looks dope. And that moment in the trailer where there's yes, our story. It was just like Inception, the movie Inception, when Ariadne's in the dream world first, and Leo DiCaprio's so how did we get here? And she's well, wait, how did we get? Oh, it looks so cool. A lot of mind games going to be happening. I love the tone it's taking, and I think we might be getting Vision back in the MCU for good after this show.
That would be cool. We already know Scarlet Witch is going to be in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and that this show apparently directly ties in to that. My biggest takeaway from this trailer was honestly the look, the production quality. Because say what you will about the fact that it is a streaming service thing, it's not a movie per se. Vision is a mostly makeup. It's a big. There's number one. It's a big makeup heavy, but also a big CGI character. And I thought he looked just as good as he did in Infinity War. There's a point in the trailer where he's flying around. I thought he looked great in the trailer. There's a very funny moment too where Tim Internet could. Oh yes, beautiful. I love it. One time we're at. There's a point in the trailer too where he's talking to Catherine Hahn's character or whatever, and what does she say? She was like, "How does it go? Like I'm dead," and he was like, "How would you know?" or whatever. He's like, "'Cause you're dead too," or whatever. Like that whole thing. So it's very much taking place after Infinity War Endgame. I'm very much looking forward to this. Maggie, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, Nick, I think it's interesting that you are worried that movies are going to be premised on people watching a TV show first to appreciate the characters. That's a choice. No, I'm excited.
Star Trek. I got you. Yeah.
Very good, Tim. Thank you for okay. But I mean, I'm excited. I mean, this trailer tells you almost nothing. I'm not always a huge fan of killing off characters and having it mean nothing, which is part of the reason why I wasn't super excited for Black Widow. The weight has made it more important, but so I'm interested to see how they explain everything with Vision. If they bring him back, I more like the idea that they are in like some sort of afterworld type deal, or he's like in Scarlet Witch's like head or something, or he's from, I guess, a different dimension. They could go there, but no, it looks good. I'm excited to see it, but I think it's going to be definitely out there and different, I think, from any of the movies that we've seen so far.
I think that's safe to say. And I mean, I also like that I can already kind of tell, because like Maggie said, we don't get told a lot of what's happening in the trailer. So I have a very strong feeling that this is going to be very much almost Black Mirror-esque, where the show starts and we don't know what's happening for a few episodes. If this thing is 8 episodes long, I guess by like episode 3, we kind of start to get an understanding of maybe what's happening. But the first couple episodes, we're just like thrust into what's going on and we don't understand, because that's at least my hope. I want to find out the information about what's going on with the characters. I don't want to be told at the end of episode 1, like, they are in a multiverse, because some evil character says it and then we have to watch them try to figure that out when we already know it. I'd rather like be on a mystery hunt with them, trying to figure it out. But overall, I think this thing looks cool. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we get Black Widow in November, and hopefully we get this shortly after. I would like to think that Disney wants to kick off phase 4 with a movie, but you can never be too sure. So, okay, let's get into the next story, which is Nick's most anticipated thing for 2020, because DreamWorks is his favorite category in fandom, and that is we're getting the Croods sequel. As Koho said in this thumbnail, hey, remember the Croods? The Croods is good. I liked the first one. It's fine. It's an okay movie. It's entertaining enough. I liked this trailer. I thought it was cute. I'm not so into the whole like, oh, there's like it's kind of played out. We thought the world was this way, but then we went into this spot and the world is actually much bigger. Like that's every like animated sequel recently, like How to Train Your Dragon did this. Trolls, DreamWorks just did this with Trolls. Like I get that, like when movies get more, like you get more money, you get another movie, you expand the world a little bit. I just think this one's a little bit played out. That being said, I really liked the trailer still. I thought it was very funny. I thought it was very cute. It'll be a good kids movie, and it was supposed to come out December, and now it's coming out in November, Thanksgiving. So DreamWorks and Universal clearly not given two shits. They're going to drop this thing in November. I would be shocked if they didn't at this point. Maggie, you watched the trailer. What'd you think?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I guess I didn't even think about that whole like world thing, but now that you said it, and this is partly because these movies take place at the same time, but it's very like Ice Agey, where like they have to like move and like do other things. But no, I'm excited. It looks colorful and the voice talents are good. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be just cute, and you know, there'll be funny moments. I'll be obsessed with the belt and sash. They were pretty funny in the trailer because I'm a child at heart, so that's what gets me. And but yeah, no, I mean, it is a little bit encouraging to me that they moved it up and that they were like, yeah, we can put this out in November, but at the same time they're going to be putting it on VOD, or 2 weeks later they're going to be putting it on VOD. So I don't know what their motives are exactly, but I'm excited that we get to see it sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Nick, what's your take?
Well, Maggie may be a child at heart, but I am a cynical 75-year-old man yelling at children to get off his lawn at heart. So the first Crudes, when I watched it for the first time, I was really not excited about it. And it wound up surprising me, and I actually really liked it by the end. This trailer does a thing that trailers really bother me sometimes when they do this. First of all, I hate when trailers just play back-to-back like every popular song is popular right now.
That's true. They did do that.
Hated it when How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World did it, but I wound up liking that movie. What really turns me off of this trailer is it's the same story again. Because the whole point of the first one was that Nick Cage's character, Grug, was not willing to change. He was rigid in his ways. And by the end of the movie, he learns to be more open through Ryan Reynolds' character. And now it's like he forgot everything he just learned because he's like, oh, more new stuff. Stick with the pack instead of stick with the pack is the new stay in the cave. And I don't care enough to see another one. I'm going to see it, obviously, but
yeah, that's fair. But will you pay top dollar to see it in 3D?
No. I hate 3D in general, so no.
Fair enough. Okay, let's move on to the next story, which is, I mean, do we care about this? Fantastic Beasts 3, Eddie Redmayne has confirmed they are filming. They are back. Yay, I guess. It's tough because I think the three of us here, we're all pretty big Potter fans, I would say. The new trailer for that new game came out. I literally wept. I'm getting emotional thinking about it. It's beautiful. Maggie said that she might actually play a console video game to play this game, which is good as long as the controls aren't too hard. But this movie, I mean, everybody knows it. If you are out there and you enjoy the Fantastic Beasts movies, good for you. If you liked Crimes of Grindelwald, I'm happy for you. It did not work for me. I don't think it worked for the rest of the people on this call. There are redeeming things about it. I like the Beasts. I like Eddie Redmayne. I like Catherine Watterson, right? Team champion. Yeah, okay. I like her as Tina. But, you know, it's blah. That movie was blah. It's tough. Because I do still want to go to this world, so I wouldn't mind seeing another one. The problem continues to be J.K. Rowling, which take away anything going on politically, which again, I think everything that she said is kind of gross and horrible, but take all that away. I don't like the scripts she wrote for the first and second movie. That's how it comes down to it. I do not like the story that she is telling. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they brought on Steve Kloves, who wrote 7 of the 8 Harry Potter movies, to do rewrites on this and work with her on the story to flesh it more out. I believe that's true, and they did that after the poor reception of the second one. That gives me more hope, but again, all I know of Steve Kloves is Kloves, whatever, is what he's worked on adapting books. This is a whole new story that she's done. We're already so far deep into the madness. I don't know if it can be saved. I hope it can, but it is filming and it's coming soon. Nick, what is your take?
So I don't like these movies. That's true. However, every time I watch them again, I hate them a little bit less. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I'm excited to be in that world. I feel like I've already achieved how I feel about the Star Wars prequels about Fantastic Beasts. Where, like, in my heart, I know they're not good, but I just like Star Wars so much, or I like the Wizarding World so much that I enjoy watching them. So I've actually been really looking forward to a third one, even though I'm convinced that it's probably going to go the same way. I didn't know the Steve Kloves thing. You telling me that just got me actually really excited. And at the end of Crimes of Grindelwald, as big of a crapshoot as Crimes of Grindelwald was, like, I feel like we were just getting kicked off because Newt's like, I've chosen my side, and it's like, oh my god, the actual like conflict is coming, the actual like fighting is coming. Dumbledore's like about to get in the fight because he can destroy the thing at the end. So at the end of the day, like, I thought the first one was fine. I thought the second one was a hell of a mess, but it set up enough stuff that I wanted to still see. I think Credence as a character is fine. The Dumbledore things, you're going to have to do a lot to fix that to make me think that makes any sense. But outside of all that, I have been looking to a third one. I was a little worried. Like, I want them to do all 5. Even if they're all the worst things, like, I want them to just go through with the plan. And you're right about the adaptation thing for Steve Kloves, but maybe he's just adapting J.K. Rowling's original crappy script into a better script.
There you go. Maggie, what's your take?
Yeah, so I looked up Steve Kloves, just so you know, and he wrote The Amazing Spider-Man as well, which also bounces up the adapting part, but also kind of different. I don't know. But anyway, fun fact about him. I think I agree with Nick that, like, I do kind of want, like, if they just stopped making them at this point, I'd be kind of disappointed because I'd want to know, like, what the heck they were trying to pull off here. And I feel like that might happen, like, depending on where movie theaters go and all of that sort of nonsense. Like, and if the next movie does poorly, like, they might not make the last one, and that'd be really sad. And I also sort of agree with Nick that, like, the last time we watched them, the first one, it's just too long. That's its biggest problem. But, like, the Beasts and Newt are super cute. And then the second one, which is so much worse than the first one, the Beasts, again, are, like, incredibly cute. And I do really like the, like, Newt, and I've said this a million times, like, anywhere, like, everything focused on Newt is the best part, and the rest of it's there, which is sad because it apparently is the main plot. But, yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see a new one. I always probably will just be a sucker for it. Also, did you see the news? I don't know if this is, like, official or if this is just something I randomly saw, that HBO is developing a Dumbledore series starring Jude Law.
I don't like that.
Yeah, so, I just thought I'd throw that out there since it was related. But...
I haven't seen that. Malcolm brings up a point. He says there's only supposed to be 3. The original plan was for 5. I have heard a rumor that they are cutting it down to 3 and that the next one might be the end, that they're going to try to change it. But the official plan, David Yates is signed on to do 5 movies. That is a fact. That is a real fact that it happened. But I have heard of what Malcolm is talking about, of how they there was a rumor going around that Warner Brothers, because of the way the second one performed, that they were going to try to wrap it up in a third one. Whether or not that happens, I don't know. We don't know, but we'll find out. Okay, next thing. Let's talk about it. This is Rick Flag. He's actually a character now.
That's him.
He traps the souls of his victims. Yikes. No, Rick Flag, Joel Kinnaman in the new Suicide Squad, apparently is almost like a new character, he's saying on interviews. He's also saying that this Suicide Squad is heavy R-rated. Cool. Birds of Prey was R-rated and it worked. A James Gunn R-rated Suicide Squad movie, I'm into it. I'm not super excited for this movie to begin with. So this actually makes me a little more excited. I think Joel Kinnaman's fine. He's been pretty bad in a lot of stuff, but he's also turned in some decent performances, specifically on House of Cards on Netflix. He's very good on that. So, yeah, sure. Rick Flag. He can do stuff now. Maggie, go.
Well, his girlfriend's dead, and so that has caused character growth.
No,
so,
she's not.
Isn't she? Well, June Moon isn't dead, but he went through the whole thing, is what I'm saying, and so it's caused him to grow. And so I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about this at all. Like, I really don't care about Suicide Squad. I don't really care, even though James Gunn is directing it and everyone's making this big deal about it. Like, I don't trust DC very much at all. And I don't know that I'm going to like a hard R-rated Suicide Squad movie, like, to be honest. Like, if it's just going to be, like, the same vibe as the first one, which I feel like the trailer gave me the same vibe. So, but then it's just going to be with, like, more blood and stuff. I will see it because I probably multiple times because I'm married to you. But
did I watch Suicide Squad with you the last time you watched it?
Well, no, but I'm saying you're going to make me see it in the theater multiple times.
Gotcha. Understood.
So yeah, I mean, I'm glad that he feels better about what he's doing with his life. But I mean, we'll just have to wait and see what the movie does.
All right, Nick, what do you think?
So when they first announced Suicide Squad, David Ayer's Suicide Squad, like way back when they were like, we're going to do Batman v Superman, then Suicide Squad. The first thought that came to my head was, wow, there's like at least 20 other DC stories I'd rather see first. But who knows? Maybe this will be like a Guardians of the Galaxy situation where everyone's like, why would you do that next? And then it winds up being awesome. It was not that. And now, as much as I love James Gunn, it feels like they're like, guys, just give us a do-over. Like we'll do fine. And the fact that like Rick Flag's like, oh, it's a totally different character. And I'm like, I like conciseness. I like things that fit well together. And the worlds of DC cinematic universe is starting to make absolutely no sense. And I have a bad feeling that this movie, while I actually think will be good, will only further confuse that world. Just like Wonder Woman 84. I think it's going to be good, but Steve Trevor's back, and I'm like, okay, good. We're just throwing away everything that makes any sense. Great. So I'm not excited for what it will do to the overall world, but great. I didn't think Joel Kinnaman was bad in the first Suicide Squad. I just thought the movie was bad in general, and he didn't have a character to play, really. So great. Glad he'll probably crack a joke or two now.
Nick Twig sounds like a man whose sock drawer is very neat and clean. He likes everything concise or consistent and put together. His closet is probably very well dressed. Is that false?
I like those things when other people do them correctly.
Gotcha. Understood.
I am bad at it myself.
Fair enough. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next thing. I just read what Koho put as the line here. Vengeance is back to film because apparently the movie is now called The Vengeance instead of The Batman. His name is Vengeance. He said so. They're back filming. 2 weeks ago, me and Nick, when we had our lonely show together, we talked and we said we hope Robbie Pat's the best, and he's back and they're filming. So cool. Funny enough, working at a place where COVID is a risk, I have found out through a lot of learning that apparently if you get COVID, you can return to work 10 days later per the CDC. That is real. So this makes sense that they're already back up and running, but they're back up and running. So there's not much news here for us to talk about other than the fact that we're excited the movie's back on track. But Nick, you look like you have something to say.
We did it. This is because of us.
Yeah.
We said, get well soon. And he did.
That's true.
I just hope this doesn't happen any more times. Like, I hope he's not infecting like other cast members, because I hear it's a lot of money to shut down production and then restart production. And if they have to do that a bunch of times, I worry about they're going to have to start cutting funding for things in the actual movie. But yeah, no, great. I wasn't overly worried, and now I'm not worried at all. So cool.
Maggie, any thoughts?
They didn't announce that they pushed it, right? Was that a while ago? Didn't they?
Well, I think it was originally slated for maybe like March of next year, but they pushed it to October a long time ago.
Okay, like a pre-COVID type of push?
I believe so.
Okay.
Because I believe it's coming out October of 20, not pre-COVID, but early COVID, like April-ish.
Okay.
When Warner Brothers first did their big, like, Wonder Woman's not coming out in June anymore, and Tenant's is going to come out in August, and like. It's the second time. Technically, I've cut out 3 more times. I just haven't been talking when it's happened. So you can put 3 more. Well, give me no. Those should be halves because I wasn't talking when I did it. So do 4. I say 4. If I'm not talking when it does it, it's a half. Because you keep saying halves. So there we go. Okay. Let's move.
You guys should like tweet at Warner Brothers and be like, "You're welcome."
It's because of us.
Not even the credits. I want, like, you know, when they like dedicate the film to people, like right when it ends. Sometimes
Dedicated to.
Thank you. Very special thanks to Nick and Tim.
I also like that Malcolm was nice enough to spell Nick's entire name, but I think he was afraid of spelling Brzakala correctly, so he left it out there. Anyway, okay. So, guys, those are all the stories. I realize I skipped the box office at the beginning.
I was wondering because you didn't send it out with the chat, and I was like, "Are we doing a box office?"
I forgot. Tenet made $4 million. Things are awry. People think that it's over, and it's not. And I honestly, at this point, Tenet made $4 million more. I think that it's the only thing out. It really is. We're getting 2 more. We're getting 2 more new indie movies this weekend coming out, Kajillionaire and The Last Shift. The Last Shift is a comedy with Richard Jenkins, so I am all about that. And Kajillionaire is a drama with Evan Rachel Wood, so I am all about that. But those aren't big money-making movies. Empire Strikes Back is getting a 40th anniversary re-release as well this weekend. So the box office is going to continue to be what it is. It's going to be Brzakala and TWOHIG'S. The box office is going to continue to stay how it is. That being said, we do have some stuff, like I said, coming out. Those 3 movies, those 2 new ones, Empire Strikes Back anniversary. Also, there is a new movie on Netflix tomorrow, Enola Holmes, which tomorrow? Is the new Sherlock Holmes film where Henry Cavill is playing Sherlock Holmes. And his little sister, Enola Holmes, hence the title, is Millie Bobby Brown. So I'm into it. I heard it was good. I will watch it because Henry Cavill. And Sam Claflin is the villain, I believe. And Helena Bonham Carter, I believe, is also in it. So good cast. I'm into it. I'm going to watch that. That's coming out on Wednesday. Guys, we went through it. We're done. This was a breezy show, and I love it. And I want to thank you guys for being here, having a great show. We got it done, and I'm happy about it. Like I said, not a lot of news, but we'll be back next week to talk more news. But there's stuff going on around here at Multiplex. I believe there is a team's #1 contenders match coming up this weekend in Warzone. A triple threat, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I just did. It's coming out on Friday. That'll be out on Friday night. And then this weekend in Fandom, Maggie returns.
That's this weekend?
That's this weekend. You return. Get ready. She returns to Fandom, and we're going to keep inching our way closer to this team's tournament. So that's what's going on in Fandom. Also, 2 days from now, this motherfucker over here is trying to take my belt in FanZone, and I will not stand for it. I will
All
not
down.
stand for this. So anyway,
Wow.
what I mean by that is there's a FanZone title match starring me and Nick on Thursday. That goes up at 1 EST. So look out for that as well. And Miscellaneous is back on Monday this week. 2 Weeks Trivia Night every Sunday. Lots of fun stuff. Be on the lookout for it all, guys. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Multiplex Loves Movies. We will see you.
I win. I was the closest.
We will see you next week. Same time, same Bat channel, same Vengeance channel. Bye-bye.
You're still here? It's over.
She's out of our hair, and just when I dare to care, she says, au contraire, you're my pair of friends. I love you.
Keep it together, man.